Hello Pisces, welcome to your Timeless Tarot to Go. Well, I invite you to take a short break and have a short tarot reading with me. For some of you who are busy right now, if you can spare a few minutes, relax a little bit and recharge yourself hopefully with this tarot card. Okay, now we will try to see what is the main energy for you right now. Okay, haha. Wow, you have here the devil. Okay. So the main energy right now is for some of you, maybe you are undergoing right now some shadow work. Okay. It can be that right now you're doing some shadow work. So you are assessing those parts in your life right now that shackles you and prevents you from really living life to the full. Something that keeps you from living life to the full. Something that keeps you from being free. When you look at it, you are chained to something that is not positive, and you don't seem to want to run away from it. Okay, so you know how it is when you get to develop it as part of your life already. uh, you find it quite like you just accepted the situation as it is, even if it's below par than what you could still have, but you just tolerate it. It says, oh, okay, I don't want to spend much trouble anymore of getting rid of it. It doesn't trouble me too much. It gives me a little discomfort, but when I actually you can take, it's a very thin chain and you can free yourself from it. But yeah, you've gotten used to it, that you know how it is sometimes. You can have a better situation, but there's a part of you that has hesitation of changing things, like for example, later, or sometimes that's also the problem. It's like, I'll do it later. Okay, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. So later on, so the situation extends itself, and sooner or later, you see them. They start to become like the situation that they are in. They start to develop horns. Okay, they start to look like the negative situation that they are in. We grow into the situation to the point that we no longer have the energy to free ourselves from the situation. And if, for example, it's a negative situation, you just assimilate it, and somehow you develop already. You adjust to the situation. It's like that. But you can be better. You can put yourself in a better situation, and you can grow into something new. So if you stay longer with it, uh, if you are in a negative situation, sooner or later you'll also have this negative energy, and the energy that you will exude will be similar to the situation that you have. So if the situation is very somber, then sooner or later even your character becomes somber. If the situation is negative, sooner or later you assimilate also the negative energies, and sooner or later you manifest also negatively also in the situation. So it changes us also. Unconsciously, we do not see it, but it changes us. So there's a need for us to have this shadow work, this sort of like renewal. Uh, we need to weed out those things that no longer serve us. Weed out those things so that to remove them out so that we can have a better life, which all of us deserves to have. Okay, so this is the main energy that you need to work on right now, Pisces. Okay, so right now you are having an opportunity to weed out certain things in your life that no longer serves you or no longer give you help you in your journey. Okay, so we have also here the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and also the Three of Cups. Okay, so seven. For some of you, if you are encountering the number seven often today, or recently, or in the near future, then seven has an important meaning for you. Now, I am inspired to check the meaning of number seven. Okay, it says here in the angel numbers, number seven is the number of spiritual growth. Okay, as you undergo spiritual growth, part of the spiritual growth is shadow work. Okay, so it's the number of spiritual growth and often indicates a time for introspection. So you need to have more time alone in order to reflect on your life. This is a great opportunity to look within and figure out what you truly want in life. So you realize the things that are helpful and the things that are not. And then you realize also what you truly want. What are your passions? No? With 7 as your guide, you will be able to find your inner strength and power. Yes, when you undergo introspection, you grow because you get to understand more your life's journey. Now, the 7 of Wands shows you that you are in a challenging situation right now, but you are on top of the situation. You have an advantage. So right now, I feel if you are right now doing some shadow work, undergoing transformation, this is the time for you to really handle it, because you have the capacity to overcome the situation. You have the capacity to win over the situation. You are on higher ground. So you can see the bigger picture now. You are in a situation right now where you can see the bigger picture. You can see the things that no longer help you, the things that you need to let go. And you see here, you need to remove all those swords that causes you pain, anxiety, discomfort. It can be symbolized by these bad habits or bad situation that you are in, or a certain event, that a certain life situation right now that is not no longer helping you. This is the time for you to weed them out, so that, because you have the capacity of freeing yourself from these things that no longer serve you. These things that make you feel limited, makes you feel uncomfortable. These things that give you anxiety and prevents you from sleeping at night, prevents you from having a good night sleep. This is the time for you to address these things, because you have the you already have the bird's eye view. You can already see the negative things and how you are going to get rid of them. You see here, you have the capacity of removing all these swords that causes you anxiety. You need to declutter your life in a certain sense. No, declutter your life from all those things that is causing you anxiety, because you deserve to celebrate life, which is here the 3 of Cups. You deserve a life where you celebrate every moment, live the present moment. So you need to declutter yourself of all those things that causes you anxiety and no longer make you happy or makes you limited in your life. You have the capacity in order to again celebrate life to the full. Okay, and you need to be like the King of Cups. You need to be emotionally mature. For somebody to be able to get rid of certain aspects in our life that no longer serves us, we need to have the maturity of the King of Cups. Somebody who is emotionally mature. Somebody who is able to let go, who is able to forego certain creature comforts that you might have had with this situation in your life. You realize that it's not helpful to you. So you have a certain maturity in somehow not really depriving yourself, but realizing that you have to let this go, even if it's uncomfortable, because you know that in the end it will be for your own good. So you need to have that maturity of discerning what are the things you need to let go. Even if it's a little bit uncomfortable at the start, you know that in the long run it will give you something beautiful. Now the Page of Swords here is somebody who's ready to run into battle or go against a battle. So you need to put yourself and be ready to really address this situation. The sword can symbolize your capacity to cut off those things that do not serve you, and you need to discern. Okay, the 2 of Swords, so the Page of Swords and the 2 of Swords are like working together right now. Your willingness to cut off what is no longer helpful, and also the ability to discern which are the ones that need to be cut off. Now it's going to be a little bit hard. You're going to really discern it. There is the mystery. The moon is still crescent, so not everything is clear, but you know that there are certain things that prevent you from having that peace of mind to sleep well, those things that causes you pain. You know it, and it's a little bit cloudy right now. It's really, really need to do some shadow work, because the atmosphere is really cloudy, and there are a lot of mysteries behind. But you are stable right now. I think your root chakra and your sacral chakra seems to be stable right now. You have even the heart chakra, I think, is stable. So the lower chakras, which will allow you to undergo shadow work, seem to be functioning well right now. So this is the right time for you to address the shadows in your life. Now, improving on yourself starts with recognizing that there is a need to change certain things. You need to accept it. It's part of you. And always remember also that all of us are not perfect. There are always certain things in our life that we can improve on. We need to accept them as part of our lives, part of our life history also. And from that on, we try to improve it. We try to accept, okay, this is part of my past. I cannot change it, but I can begin again. I can jump up from this situation that I am. That's why you have solid ground also there. So you can rise yourself from the situation. And you need to work on it diligently now. Make it sort of like your obra maestra, okay? Your masterpiece, okay? This is an artist, no? He starts working on it. So I feel right now your shadow work can be your obra maestra, your masterpiece. You work on it diligently and strive for excellence. You have the capacity to do so. Now it's going to be a learning process, no? And it's going to require some disciplines. We have here the Pope. Those who are undergoing some, for example, a training in the spiritual life requires certain disciplines in order to get rid. Also, if you are going to get rid of a certain bad habit or remove yourself from a certain bad situation, it will require some discipline and also some rigorous rigorous removing of these things. And you have to work on it diligently. At the same time also, it's a learning process. You need to unlearn the bad habit and you need to learn good habits. So it's learning, it's beginning to unlearn the things that are no longer serving you and to learn new things that will allow you to free yourself from these things. It's like the scripture says, if you are freed from 7 demons, you need to replace it with something, or else the 7 demons and will get more demons to come back again to you. Okay, so it means that if you are going to get rid of certain habits, somehow I feel if you are going to get rid of certain habits, you have to replace it with good habits. Because if not, if you do not replace it, this will just be a temporary liberance, and then sooner or later the bad habit will come, and there will be other bad habits that will come, and it's going to fill up your life, and it's going to be a little bit worse, no? So it's better to slowly, as you remove the bad habits, you replace it with good habits so that they cannot come back anymore. You know how it is. When the cup is empty, something will come in to fill it up. But when the cup is emptied and you replace it with something positive, then the negative will no longer have a space to come back again. So it's like that. So you replace the bad habit with something good, and sooner or later, as you constantly remove the bad habits and replace it with better or good habits, sooner or later the whole cup is filled up with good habits, and your life will be filled up with good habits. So you need to replace, you need to learn new things, and I feel the Pope is like that. The card of the Pope is like that. As you remove the bad habits, you need to learn new, better habits, new, good habits, so that it will replace the bad habit that you have just gotten rid of. Finally, we have here the Queen of Coins. Okay, the Queen of Coins can be a symbol of success, a symbol of prosperity, can be spiritual prosperity. So for you who are undergoing shadow work right now, somehow with the Queen of Coins, somehow there is a reassurance that if you would really work on it diligently, and if you will try to learn newer and better habits and replace the old habits, it will lead you to success. So this is what we can see right now for your Tarot to Go, Pisces. Now we will try to end with some oracle cards. Quite interesting, no? It's you are really undergoing a holistic transformation right now. Very nice. Okay. Called. Okay, you are called to believe a better life now. You see this person? This person is going out or entering a certain portal. The portal of your heart, I think. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Okay, so you have to undergo some training, really. Spiritual training. And you are receiving gifts from the universe right now. You can celebrate Go to the portal of your heart, just as this lady is going to this portal in order to receive the gifts that the universe is sending you, in order that you will undergo also the instructions. No? You go to that portal, it's like going to the school of life. You enter the door of the school of life, which is your inner portal, and then listen to the instructions that the universe will give you. Allow the universe to guide you. The Pope, it's learning from the school of life also. Learning new things that the universe is giving to you in your present life. So soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. It's time for you to work on it. You have the capacity. Time for you to celebrate life again. Finally, I am sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. So you really need to heal from the past. Part of it is learning to say you're sorry. If you have committed certain sins or you have hurt other people's feelings, it's time for you to say, I am sorry. At the same time, for those who have hurt you, it's time for you also to learn to forgive. It's going to be, you know how it is, having the humility to accept that there are certain things that you might have committed in the past. You accept it with humility that these are things that you are no longer happy, and you are sorry that if you had a chance you will not do it anymore, but you have done them already and you cannot change it, but you can begin again. So it's like this one, it's like saying, I am sorry, I cannot change it anymore, but I resolve to begin again. And it's like that. Learning also to forgive other people is also one step forward towards this healing. Now, sometimes it's not very easy to immediately do it physically. I mean, to really encounter the person who is concerned or involved in the situation. But you can do it in the spiritual sense. Most of the things that happen in the physical realm starts in the spirit. So you can start by visualizing the person who is involved, the person you need to apologize to. And in this meditation or this visualization, you say, I am sorry. They say it regularly until the time will come, the right time will come when you will be able to have that capacity to personally approach the person and reconcile with the person. It can be also when it comes to forgiving people. People might be saying sorry, but they don't do it they are not really ready for it because it's just lip service and it's not really coming from within. So somehow you feel it's just useless to reconcile with that thing. But even if you do not want to reconcile immediately with the person, you can forgive them already from a distance. In the spiritual sense, you be aware with the person and you say, I forgive you. Because when you forgive them, you also forgive yourself. Because part of you, subconsciously, you know that you contributed in that situation. So part of you is not forgiving also a part of you. So you need also to forgive them in order that you will be able to forgive yourself and you will be able to move forward. You can start it in the spiritual realm, forgiving them from a distance, but gradually when the right time comes, you will be able to face them again and maybe forgive them. If that time doesn't come, at least you know that in spirit, you have already forgiven them and you will be able to move forward in your life. Well, I hope, Pisces, this reading has helped you right now. And thank you for the likes and the comments you've given to the channel. If you feel this will help someone, please don't hesitate to share it with them. Thank you for subscribing. And I hope to see you again in our next videos. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.